What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello to everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Hope you had an exciting. What's going on, Trevor? What's going on? We're live on Instagram and we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. So if you will share this program and share this particular show, this is the live credit show. And so tonight is going to be really, really informative as usual. Hello to everybody on Instagram. We're back on Instagram and we're live on YouTube and Facebook. But good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is your host, Casacello James. I'm your credit expert and your credit analyst. And so I'm going to be going over everything that pertaining to credit and finances. Hello, everybody's coming in on Facebook. What's going on, Mr. Fletcher and Pastor Givens? Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. Normally, my program is on Tuesday nights, but I just relocated to Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm back home in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is officially going to be my home. And so shout outs to everybody here in Atlanta. I'm very familiar with Atlanta, as most of you all know. So it's a privilege and an honor to be with you all. I was just super tired yesterday, could not do it. And so I didn't want to let the people down, if you will. So I'm on tonight. We're going to have a good time. What's going on, Shasta? What's going on live on Instagram, live on Facebook, and live on YouTube? Now, if you have not shared the video or you don't normally share the video, I would ask that you would do that so we can get this information out to the general public. I know the COVID-19 is going on and all of that stuff, but we're still going to be blessed. We're still going to make it. You still have to be positive. Things are very, very rough now. I'm seeing businesses just close left and right, but nevertheless, we're going to make it collectively together. So thank you so much to all my supporters. And I want to give a few shout outs before we actually get into tonight's topic. And I always forget to do this, so I got to do this. But thank you so much to everybody that came out. If you didn't come or you didn't get your book, you still got time to do it. But last weekend, we were in the Decatur / what do you call that? Ponce de Leon here in Atlanta. That was my first show back on last week, where we did it at one of my friends, his business. He's an entrepreneur, Mr. Jeremy Gunn, with Vera James Salon and Studio. So shout out to everybody that came out. We had an amazing time. We ate good, we laughed, and we was able to introduce some people maybe you have not met. So thank you so much. If you have not got your copy of my credit and finance book, it is live on Amazon.com. So you want to go on Amazon.com and you want to just simply type in "Teach me how to fix my credit." Teach me how to fix my credit. There are some people that do want to do it themselves, and there are some people that just want the knowledge. Even if your credit is good, even if you got it in a stable place, the book is also for people that have good credit. It's not just for people. Sometimes you're laced with a thinking that's just for the people that's messing up or got bad credit. That's far from the truth. All right. So this is all about credit and finances. I said something to an entrepreneur today, Mr. Sam Turtle, and we was talking briefly about credit. We was talking about Equifax, which we're going to talk about tonight. And I was telling him that credit is not a fun topic. It's not a fun topic. It's good when you got good credit, but it's not a fun, reality type of. It is reality, but it's not like one of those saga or action movies or anything of that nature. So I get it that credit is not one of those things. Or I got to just see, like, I love Fred Sanford and I love Aunt Esther and all of that good stuff. Did y'all know Woodrow passed? Lord, Woodrow done passed on to glory. Ooh, he was the best Woodrow. This Woodrow that passed away. So he was one of my favorite characters on Good Time. Everybody, people that know me know I love Fred Sanford, Good Time. Esther LaWanda Page was my favorite comedian of all time. But nevertheless, it's not one of those type of sitcom shows and all of that stuff that's fun and all of that stuff. But you know, it really benefits you, your family, your boo, your significant other when you get your credit together. Shout out to everybody that's joining me. What's going on, Lisa? What's going on, Rick? Thank you for joining me. This is the live credit show. And so credit is not a fun topic, but what you want to do is fortify yourself or get yourself to a stable platform that you will be self-sufficient and you won't have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. So you want to make sure your credit is tight. You want to make sure that it is together, especially in the climate and the decade and the time in this 21st century that we live in. You want to have excellent credit. Don't let anybody fool you. Yes, get all the cash you can, get all the cash that your hands can get on. But you still have to function in the United States of America with this system called credit. All right. So we're going to be talking about that on tonight. But shout out to everybody that came out to the book signing, the ones that ordered the book, you know, from your home, which that was the purpose of the book signing, which was the virtual book signing, because we're doing a lot of stuff virtual. But also, if you have not subscribed, go to YouTube and then just hit that subscribe button, the red button, you know what it is, and then hit the notification button. So y'all Colorados don't keep saying, well, when is he coming on? When is he coming on? Doesn't matter when I come on, you'll get that notification. All right. Mr. Walker, what's going on, New York? We're going to talk soon. So shout out to everybody that did that. And the other thing I want to say as well, you have to help me with my company, Exceptional Credit Repair LLC. Help me help you. So it's not one of those things. I talked to some people today, and shout out to all the other people that signed up. A very good day today that signed up for the credit restoration program. And I do personal credit as well as business credit. Got it? I do personal credit as well as business credit, helping you get your LLC, helping you get that S Corp or that C Corp or whatever you want to put your particular business under. All right. So I do business credit, as well as personal credit. But I will tell you this, business credit is not that easy to get as well. It is a process and a system as well. So if you're looking to be that entrepreneur, and I know a lot of you wish that you would have had your LLC before COVID came in, because you've heard about the SBA money and the EIDL loan and all of that stuff. And shout out to the people that did get it, but be careful, because there's a lot of things that the government won't tell you. And I promise you, you don't play with the government, because you already know they don't play fair anyway. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. But nevertheless, if you have not subscribed, subscribe on YouTube. Now, let's jump right in it into tonight's topic. And tonight's topic is simply, where do I get my correct credit score? This is a major problem. If you have never had this problem, shout outs to you. But most people have, even me in over 30 some years, have had this issue as well. I didn't understand it 20 something years ago or decades ago. You know, what is the real credit score? You know, now you can get it from your bank, you get it from credit card statements, you know, everything mostly is done online. They even give you a break if you do stuff online, so they don't have to send you the actual paper bill in the mail. So where do you get your credit score? Once again, that's our topic tonight. Where do I get my the correct one, so you won't get your face cracked and be looking po-mouthed and be looking sad and crazy when you go to the car dealership, or you say, I want to buy a house, but you don't know really what your correct credit score is. So in order to know that, you got to stay tuned and you got to follow the steps, and you might need something to write with on tonight. But one of the major platforms, now I don't work for this company, they should give me an endorsement, but I don't work for them. Hopefully they will see this show and they might call a brother up. But one of the greatest platforms that you can get the correct FICO score is myfico.com. If you go to myfico.com, there are thousands of other credit platform companies that are out there, but myfico.com is one of the best I've seen in a very, very long time, at least 5 years plus. It's going to be right on the money. So if you do go buy your house, you want to check myfico.com. So I'm going to type that in, myfico.com. If you're on Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff, you can go to myfico.com. And see, I like this kind of show that tell you exactly, don't beat around the bush, tell me exactly what it is. It is myfico.com, okay? Myfico.com. You can type it in right now. And this is what I suggest. Listen carefully. You do not have to really, I don't suggest, because I can't tell you what to do, but normally this is what I pay for. This is the only one I pay for. I don't pay for freescore.com, none of those other ones. And I'm not saying they're bad ones. I don't pay for, Credit Sesame. It's free anyway, but I don't really rely on that one. It's okay because it just gives you TransUnion, but myfico.com gives me pretty much, what I need. 90 to 95% of lenders, house, mortgage, whatever the industry is, they're going to go by FICO. All right. And FICO has so many calculations now, it's just ridiculous. And sometimes it's very confusing, to keep up with. Well, I looked at Credit Karma, it was this score. And then I looked at my, from Wells Fargo or Bank of America, and it was 40 points off or 60 points off. So if you go to myfico.com, now they only give that to you unless you pay more. They only give that to you in a 30-day cycle, but they will give you alerts and updates if something changes on your credit report for the good or for the bad. Y'all got it? So even if something changes for the bad on your credit report, they will send you an alert. If it changes for the good, they will send you an alert. All right. So you can go to myfico.com to get the correct mortgage scores, auto scores, credit card scores. All right. These scores will be the correct ones. I match them up all the time. When the mortgage company pulls that particular credit, well, actually they outsource a lot of them. They outsource it to third-party companies. And when those third-party companies pull it for that mortgage companies, because they have to register with the powers that be, then they send it back to the mortgage company, and then they do all of their particular fine tuning, whether or not you qualify for this and qualify for that, whether you need to come see me, or whether you have a few things that you need to pay off, or what have you. But it's very, very important. So your mortgage scores, as we've talked about on the mortgage shows, and first-time home buyers and all of that stuff. So I'm not going to go back over a lot of it. But when they look at your credit report, they're going to be looking at certain things. They're going to be looking at your debt ratio, of course, especially if you're buying a house. They're going to be looking at how many student loans, if you have some of them, anything that you owe money to. Let's put it like that. Anything that you owe money to, they're going to be looking at it. So you want to have your debt ratio as low as you can when you're getting ready to buy a home. So that means you must sacrifice and have discipline. I say that all the time. You got to sacrifice and have discipline, because it will mess you up at the deal table. When you get to the table trying to get that deal to pass and go through, you don't want any hiccups, and you most certainly don't want to do something stupid and go out and buy a new car, or you just got to get some new credit cards, or you just wait until the ink is dry on the contract when you get that house for 2.9 or 3.9 or 4.7 or something like that. Wait until then. Wait on the Lord. All right, just wait on the Lord. Don't let anybody rush you. Don't be going out buying a lot of nice extravagant pictures and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you sacrifice and have discipline. That's good. Sacrifice and have discipline, because if you're really going to be a homeowner, and another thing, you got to make sure that you really want to be a homeowner, because if you're used to living in an apartment where you could call the leasing office and say, hey, my toilet is messed up. Hey, something is wrong with the air. Hey, something is wrong with the blinds or whatever, the light fixtures or whatever. They will come whenever they come and fix it. But when you are the landlord and when you are the homeowner, you got to fix it. You got to call Rhoda, whatever it is. All right. So you got to make sure that that's a task that you're willing to take on, because everybody is not ready for home ownership. If you cannot manage $200, you certainly cannot handle $2.5 million. We've already seen that. So I ain't gonna talk about that joker, here in Atlanta that messed up with the money and the feds came to get him. All right. So make sure that you do your due diligence and making sure it's nothing wrong with it. And don't let anybody, if you say, I'm going to wait a couple of more years, or I'm going to wait 6 more months, or I'm going to wait another year and get myself together. So get yourself together, because you cannot move in with me. I got a guest room, but you can't stay in it but 3 days. My room is for people when they come to visit. It's like Jesus. You better be bouncing up on the 3rd day. Not the really people I love. Okay. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to David Wade, who's joining me. Sheila Dobbins. Thank you, my friend. Miss Powell, what's going on? So we're talking about, where do I get my correct credit score? The correct score, which is FICO. FICO, I don't like it, but hey, that's just how it is. They're the leading, just like there are many other credit platforms, but Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion is the leading ones. All right. So on tonight, we're talking about, you can go directly to myfico.com. I personally have this, so I'm not telling you something that doesn't work. I personally pay every month, which I don't like. It's $29.99. $29.99. I do not like to do it, but I do it because I'm a student. I'm astute and a student of credit, because I'm learning every day, learning as much information. Things change in the credit industry all the time. So you want to make sure that you have a legitimate, valid place. You YouTubers, this is what you need to know. You Facebookers, this is what you need to know. You Instagrammers, this is what you need to know, is that you can go to myfico.com. I suggest you get the one for $29.99, because at least you will get what you need. You'll get all 3. You'll be able to see your mortgage scores. You'll be able to see your auto scores. You'll be able to see the FICO 9. You'll be able to see the FICO 8. You'll be able to see FICO 2, FICO 5, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then when you're with a company and you're one of my clients, or you want to come for consulting, or you want to do a consultation. All right. So even if you wanted to do that, and you say, well, I might not need 30 days, but I might need a couple of days, or I might just need a day. Can I, pay for an hour? Can I pay for 2 hours? I have people that do it all the time. All right. So you can go to myfico.com. That's myfico.com. It's really easy. Okay. So that answers the question for the show. Point blank. There's a little girl on Instagram. She's so cute. She would say, y'all, I'm out here with these kids. That little girl be cracking me up. And she be like, period. All right. I don't know that baby's name, but she is hilarious. But anywho, period. That's where you can go to get your credit score. And you need to know that, because some people, take for granted that everybody knows. Everybody doesn't know. And I'm not sitting here on my platform, just saying go to FICO just because I want to make them rich. Because number one, I want to say this, and I've been waiting all day to say this. These companies make millions of dollars. So they're not doing it because they like Mr. James. They're not doing it because they like Lisa. They're not doing it because they like Miss Powell. MyFICO.com, just like common sense would tell you, they're in it to make money. So at the end of the day, and I'm not mad at that, because I make money as a businessman with my company, but I'm fair and I'm reasonable. I'm fair and I'm reasonable. And so at the end, I ain't free, but all right, but I'm fair and I'm reasonable, and I'll get the job done. So that's the place that you can go to get your credit score. Now, I'm going to take a quick commercial, and I'm going to be right back, because I want to show you something really, really quick. This is my barbershop that I just opened here. It's a barbershop / salon, because everybody asks me, do you just cut men's hair? I do men hair. I do women hair. Long as you got some dinero, some drachma, some money, I can cut your hair, shampoo your hair, condition your hair. If you don't have no hair, there, you're trying to grow it back, I can put you some up there. I can grow it. We can sow it. Whatever you want to do, I can do it. So I want to show you something. I got a brand new barber salon, and it's not just a barber shop, but it's a barber salon. And so I'm excited about that. So I want to show you something that I just recently launched. I want you to stay tuned. I'll be right. That is amazing. All right. So if you're on Instagram, that's why you need to check and subscribe to the YouTube page so you can catch some special content. It's only launched on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, just scurry on over and just become a subscriber there. Now, let me say this. I've been hearing a lot about what is going on with Equifax. First of all, don't you trust them. Equifax, they always ask me which one out of the three is the worst ones that, I think all three of them are bad. I don't care. If I was sitting at this table right now, we can have an intelligent discussion. I wouldn't try to belittle them, and I know they probably wouldn't want to hear it, but I've had problems with Equifax. I've had problems with Experian. I've had problems personally with TransUnion. Now, thank God my stuff is together and I'm forever safeguarding it. I'm forever watching it. And, now I don't watch it every day because it's the same thing that I say in my book. There's no need to watch your score every day because it doesn't change like that unless you got some stuff going on and you're not being truthful and honest. Shout out to everybody that's joining me on James. I think it's Aaron James Patrick. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. So this show is all about credit and finances, but I do not like a lot of the procedures or the process. And I think it takes too long. I don't think they need 30 days, to be honest with you. 30 days is just too long. And we need to get that particular law changed, but we need you as citizens of the United States to be able to combat these laws. Don't let these people just make these laws and put you, like in a harness or under duress. So you got to vote. You must vote. You got to vote. You got to sign these petitions so we can get rid of some of these things. 7 years to stay on your credit report. That's you're free, but you're still in bondage. You walking around free, but you can't get the apartment or the townhome or the house that you really want because you got a lot of hiccups. And let me tell you something. I've seen things over the years and over decades. I've seen people get messed up because of $10. It could be $10. It could be a debt of $5. They don't care. Long as it's under that category as collections charged off, even if it's paid with a zero balance, it is still looked as negative. You cannot get that through a lot of people's thick skull. They still feel because your mama, your cousin, or Pookie them told you, well, at least you paid it off. You did good by paying it off, but it's still counting against you because it's still under that category. And I guarantee you, if it's the right credit monitoring platform, they're going to tell you and they're going to show you it's going to be in red, not green or blue. It's going to be in red. All right. So, but I've been hearing a lot about, is Equifax going to stay with Credit Karma? Is Equifax going to stay with Credit Karma? Why isn't my Equifax, score like mine? It has not changed. It has not changed for months. So something is going on. Equifax is really not talking a lot about it. Yes, they did some press about it, but as far as I know, and I'm the credit guru here. As far as I know, they have not officially pulled all of their particular site, because if so, it would just be TransUnion score, on their particular platform. But right now, if I check mine, I can still see TransUnion and I can see the last score that I got from Equifax, but it has not updated. All right. So something is going on. They really won't tell you with the customer service, yay or nay. They don't want to be liable for whatever the case may be. And they're so nasty anyway. These representatives and different things of that nature. There are 3 ways that you can dispute anything on your credit report, anything. And that's over the phone, which is a headache. That's through the online process, which is okay. And my favorite is the certification, when you have to certify it at the post office and mail it out and wait the allotted time. That's the best way. All right. And now, before I do it, have you done it over the phone? Yes, I've done it personally over the phone, but I don't make a habit of doing it over the phone. I think the best particular procedure, or the best way to safeguard your credit profile with all your information and get the best results, all right, because that's what you want. You want the best outcome, the best possible outcome. In order to do that, for me, over decades now, I'm the expert, the credit analyst, and that means a study of data and figures and facts and facts. Just like CNN say, you must fact check. All right. So I've studied this, and the best process for me and my company is certification through the mail. All right. Now, so to answer that question, a lot of people have been asking me, I heard, when they say I heard, or like the preacher say, I heard. All right. So somebody heard that they were no longer going to be reporting on Credit Karma. Now, I don't know if they're going to pull out tomorrow or they pulled out tonight. But what I do know, I will say this, is no need to be alarmed. You can simply go to Equifax. I have that. It's free. Equifax.com. Go to Equifax.com and you can get your free score from them. If I was you, just like my Experian.com, I'm not paying for jack. I ain't paying for jack. Don't pay for anything that you have not done your homework. And a lot of y'all are lazy. Do your homework. Do your homework. Stop trying to get secondhand knowledge. And you're on the computer anyway, so you clicking and clacking and clicking and clacking and clicking and clacking and clicking. And so you click and clack and make sure that you find out, or go to Amazon.com, get my book. It has everything that I talked about so far tonight. It has that and more in the book. That's the purpose of the book, because the book is actually your credit Bible. So that means your manuscript to help you to have success, lucrative, phenomenal, exceptional credit. All right. So you want to make sure that you do that. So all of you that are wondering about what's going on with Equifax, I just say, wait it out. Let's wait and see what's going to go on. Something is going on with them. They have said, through the grapevine, that they're trying to pull away from Credit Karma. Now, that's not surprising, and it's not illegal, because I've never, ever since I've been a member of Credit Karma, never got my Experian score from them. And so Experian say, we ain't with you all, we don't know you, we're not trying to give you any money, because it's all about money. Do you not know that Credit Karma is not the place that calculates your 3-digit score? Because many of you think, well, Credit Karma told me. Credit Karma don't own that score. Credit Karma is the conduit that gives you the score. They're the promoter. So all Credit Karma, and it tells you in that fine print what Credit Karma is. It'll tell you that we use the method of 3.0, and they'll tell you that we're advertisement. So don't get mad at me if we suggest for you to go to the American Express and we think your chances are good, and then you apply and then you get mad because you say, well, Credit Karma told me and it didn't work out. Well, Credit Karma, you can't sue them because they've already told you in writing, that they are not responsible. We're just giving you suggestions. We're just giving you helpful tools so you can make an informative decision. So it's really, really good. I almost forgot to put this up there, myfico.com. So that's where you can get it, if you want to get your score and your Equifax score. So don't be alarmed. Even if Equifax leaves Credit Karma tonight, don't be alarmed. You can still get your Equifax.com, and you can get it on myfico.com. And there are thousands of other platforms. I don't talk about them because I don't really utilize them. I like to stay with my ingredients. Ooh, that's good. I like to stay with what I do, just like Sweetie Pies. They cook the chicken the way they cook it. I cook bro, you better tell them now. Now, I cook my pork chop the way I cook it. Now, I don't worry about nobody else's pork chop because I know I can fry it. all right, and stuff of that nature. So that's what you want to do. What's going on, Lewis, my broker here is here. Because I heard a lot of bad things about debt purchaser, collections, who use adverse tax to try to collect. They do. Can you tell us a bit about what is legal and how they try to collect? Absolutely, I can touch on that. Sure can, my friend. And by the way, if you need a broker and you're in Frisco, if you're in Dallas, if you're in Plano, whatever part of Texas you're in, this young man, and I'll put his information up at the show also. And I have something else I need to give you if you need a web designer. I got somebody, beautiful spirit, beautiful, excellent, very smart, educated, got more degrees than a thermometer. So I have somebody for you tonight as well. So if you're looking for your Equifax score, let me finish this. Go to Equifax.com and get it for free. You can go to Equifax.com and get it for free. Now, let's talk about the, as Lewis said, the crooked collection companies. I talk about that in my book, and it's about collections, and it's about debt collectors. Collection agencies, they use what we call in the industry a stall tactic, or a scare tactic. I want to use that one. Let's use that one, a scare tactic, meaning they used to, and if you go on the Federal Trade Commission, you will see all of these particular no-nos and do's and don'ts. They outlawed that and they banished that, and it's illegal for them to do that, because what they used to do, Lewis, they used to make fake letterheads, and it looked very legal, and it looked like law offices and anything that they could do to try to get money. They're in the bit when it says collection agencies, hint, they're trying to collect. Because here's what I say about collection agencies. If you really do owe $2,000 and then somebody says, well, we'll settle this debt for only $200, you mean to tell me you're not gonna want the rest of your money? So that's $18,000, $19,000. And then that's $2,000. So where you mean to tell me you don't want the $18,000 and you're gonna settle with the whole debt or whatever the case may be only for $300 or $200? They're not gonna do that. What happened is with the collection agencies, they buy that debt pennies on the dollar. So they pay, let's put it like this, they pay little or nothing for that particular debt. All right. And so when they, yes, sir, I like my pork chops. You got that right. I know it's good too, Lewis. So they buy the debt for pennies on the dollar. Then they turn around and make a settlement or an arrangement with you. And so let's talk about negotiation. So then you turn around and you negotiate with them if you admit that the debt is yours. But keep in mind, if you admit that the debt is yours, then you start that 7-year cycle, because they're looking for you. Because what they're trying to do, they get so many, I guess, cases, you want to call them cases or customers, and it's their job to collect. So if I'm just using this as an example, so if Sprint couldn't collect the money out of you, and they still they still have to prove that you owe it. It means debt validation. It's a such thing called debt validation. So even if you think I owe it, you still got to prove, according to the law, that I owe it, because I might owe $200, but you're not finna come and tell me, as Medea say, tell me that I owe you $2,000. Ain't that much talking in the world. So at the end of the day, it's debt validation. Y'all got that? Debt validation. That means you have to prove that I owe that debt. So they would use all kinds of scare tactics. They said they was going to garnish your paycheck. They was going to, take your car, take your home. They used to harass you at 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock. Come on, don't be funny. I've had those calls too back in the day before I got my credit together, and I was a smart cookie. But, when I was 19 and 20 trying to figure it out, there were certain things that, I didn't pay. I couldn't afford to pay everything, and I was doing my best. But, they take advantage of bad situations or everyday life. It might not just be, something tragic, but just, you just didn't make enough that week, or maybe you still in the 20,000 range or the 30,000 range. You got to do what you got to do. But they would use all kinds of stall tactics to, try to get you, to try to pay that debt. So If you get any letter in the mail, you don't need to throw it away. I've said this time and time again on the show. You don't need to throw it away. You need to respond to that letter, because on that letter, it'll have a date when they send it out. This is the paper trail that they're putting together on you. So you have 30 days from that date that's on that letter, and you must respond, because if you don't, then you forfeit your right to combat that particular letter or whatever they're saying is yours. So you have the rights. You have rights. Even criminals have rights. All right. You have the right to refute. That's the word I'm looking for. You want to refute whatever's on. Don't admit to nothing. I'm telling you right now. Make them prove it. Don't admit to anything, because you're setting yourself up for chaos. All right. Can you help me say chaos? You do not. It is chaos. They are not your friends. They don't care anything about COVID-19. As Lisa would say, COVID-19 credit. They don't care anything about your daughter need to start school in August. Your son needs to go back to college. They don't care about that. They don't care about your baby need a pair of shoes and you got a light bill due. Telephone disconnect, waiting on your neck. They don't care nothing about none of that. All right. So don't trust collection agencies. And if you work for one of them doggone boogers, shame on you. All right. All right. So collection agencies are not good. All right. So please make sure. Let me tell you something. What bro talking about? You cooked them chops on yesterday. All right. You better talk to me. You know, everybody know I can cook. I'm going to do cooking and credit again. Somebody's been asking me about that as well. All right. So at the end of the day, don't trust collection agencies. There's a lot of things that's illegal. They can't call you after 9 o'clock anymore. They can't call you before this time frame anymore. You check, and I'm telling you right now, go to the Federal Trade Commission. You will see all the laws against all the stuff that they cannot do. Now, there are some laws that allow them to do certain things, all right? But it's a lot better than it was in the 70s, the 80s, and all of that stuff in the early 2000s, all right? So please, and they purchase those debts to try to manipulate you into getting you to pay, you know, what that particular debt is. Now, here's the thing that I don't like, and I'm pretty much sure it's not going to sit well in your spirit too. A lot of times you can negotiate with them and they will remove it from all credit reporting agencies. Never pay, and I call it a debt validation, not debt validation, a deletion letter. That's what I call it in my book. That's my particular terminology for it. It's called a deletion letter. I wouldn't pay any. Hear me good. Don't pay any. I'm suggesting to you, because I can't tell you what to do. I would not pay any collection agencies until I get that letter of deletion, something that's going to fortify you. Yes, if you pay. And another thing, do not pay them out of your main bank account, because you don't trust them suckers. They might you might only owe them $500 or $50, and you look up now you $5,000 is out of your account. I don't trust them. If you have to go to Walgreens or CVS and get a gift card and put the $100 or the $200 on that, and then, you know, pay it out of that, you will have a paper trail. Now, if you pay it with your debit, pay it out of an account that you normally don't keep a lot of money, because you do have a record with the bank, but it's best for you to negotiate. Can we say that? I feel that in my spirit. All right, negotiate. So that means this is what I would do. Okay, yes, I'll pay this $200, but I need to make sure in writing that you will not put it anymore on my credit, and you will remove it from all. Put that ALL in that letter. Remove it from all, or put it in your verbiage. If you talk to them on the phone, because some of y'all won't listen and y'all still call them up, and then you done got yourself in some more trouble. All right. So you want, there go my sister. Shalom, shalom, shalom. He coming on, shata. Shalom now. That's my beautiful sister, Renee Clark. All right. And don't worry, because I'm getting ready to put Chrissy up in a minute. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you get it in writing, and make sure that you have something that will validate what you have agreed on. All right. What you have agreed on, you want to make sure that you have something, because paperwork stands every time up in court. All right. Paperwork, factual paperwork, it works every time. So don't forget, if you do decide to pay it, and my rule is this: anything that's under $1,000, don't really get a headache about that. You know, now if it's $600 or $700 or $800, you better get, I'm telling you, get that letter of deletion, and they will be able to get that money, because you do have some bargaining power there, because they want the $800. So they're going to give you a hard time. Most of the general customer service persons on the phone would tell you, no, we don't have nothing like that, and we can't get. Well, let me speak to your manager. You keep hitting it until they say, okay, you know what, we're going to email you this, that, and the other. And listen, don't fall for that. Okay, we're going to pay it, and we'll send the letter in the mail. Because after they get the money, then their obligation, they're done. You won't never get, be able to get your stuff back again, because once the debt is settled, it's settled. And sometimes they will not update it. Sometimes they'll keep letting it sit on your credit report, or they can even sell it to another collection agency. And so that means they're going to keep double dipping until you put your foot down and do what you got to do. All right. So never pay a collection agency unless you get some type of deletion letter. Now, you all can try to act like everything is okay, but just today I talked to some people that look good, they smell good, they got it going on, fresh haircut, fresh hairdo, nails done, they're looking wonderful, but they're still crying because they're in debt. The Kuroki, I call it the Kuroki, the Corona has the COVID, I'm calling it Corona. The COVID is messing up a whole lot of stuff. The businesses are closing left and right. That's why I praise him. Hey, I praise him, because who does that? Move from Dallas, Texas on a Wednesday and open a new barber salon and credit, my credit business and the fragrance business, everything is still being blessed. That's because I do things right and I treat people right. All you people that keep manipulating people, keep using people, and you never give, and you don't want to be the giver, you always going to be at the hand of somebody else's mercy. When you are a giver, that means I don't have to wait on people to feed me. I can feed myself. All right. So always want to be the giver. It is a privilege to be able to give. It's a privilege to be able to help people. You people, and especially I know y'all don't like that you people stuff, but I don't care. All right. So at the end of the day, just like when we had the virtual book signing, I said, hey, even if you couldn't make it, you could have just ordered the book at the house. You never know. Watch this. You never know how God's going to bless you by blessing me. And see, the book is going to bless you. I stand by the book 5 billion%. The book is going to bless you. And especially when you are in a process and you're going through a chaotic situation, you need something that's going to speak positive. I know I do, because see, I get frustrated real quick. My David Wade can tell, I probably got a grain of patience like that. So the stuff that I love to help people, I love to do my credit clients. I love to cut hair. I love to see people looking beautiful, and I love to see when I finish doing that cut or finish doing that style, or if I styled it or whatever the case may be. I love that. But I don't want to fix no cars. I don't want to wash no cars. I don't want to clean no toilets and stuff like that. There are people that get a joy that I don't want to deliver no mail and have to punch out somebody's dog. So at the end of the day, you got to find the stuff that brings you fulfillment and happiness. See, this is why I love joy. And I got to go to commercial, but this is why I love joy. Joy to me is spiritual. That's an internal type of inspiration that God gives you. It's it ain't got nothing to do with your soulish realm. When you talk about joy is something spiritual and supernatural, because you can be going through a chaotic situation, but and people look at you and say, why are you still smiling? Why are you still doing your show? Why are you still laughing? Because you still got joy. You done lost this, you done lost that, but you still got joy. Joy is supernatural. It is not, see, happiness can come and go, because I can be happy one minute and be ticked off and pissed off one second. But the joy, that's what he said. He said, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And so at the end of the day, you got to get some joy about you, because if you don't, everything that knock on your door to try to take you out is going to win. All right. So that's the difference between being happy and joy. So at the end of the day, if you pay that collection agency, do your due diligence. You negotiate with them, but don't you call them until you got all your particular facts together. And I'm going to tell you, it's a way that your language has to be if you call them. And then if you do like me, I don't like to talk to them on the phone. Paperwork works every time. Once I certify that letter and send it to them in the mail, it'll stop it. I like to stop stop the collection from ever getting on your credit report. I like to prevent a problem. So all the cheapos that don't like to pay for conditioners and then they get mad when their hair starts shedding and all of that good stuff, it's because you're being cheap. All right. You can't be cheap when you're trying to get stuff done. You got to make sure that you pay. You got to pay these people. You can't go even to Walmart and McDonald's. They ain't giving out no free food. You got to pay for your stuff. All right. Now, I'm going to take a commercial. And if you have any questions, let me know about collections, Equifax, or where can you get the correct credit score. And then I've got something to show you if you need that website design. Many of you talk about getting the website and you talk about somebody that's reasonable and somebody that's classy and know what they're doing. See, I don't know how to do all that stuff. I don't know the graphics and, let it fade out and all of that stuff into your logo and stuff. But I have a young lady by the name of Chrissy. She does that and she's excellent. She's educated, college educated. All right. And so she's excellent. So we're going to talk a little bit about that after the break. So I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? I'm back. I've been getting texts and calls and everybody, y'all enjoying this show tonight. Wonderful. Well, listen, if you're looking to get your own website, this is a young lady. I've known her ever since she's been a little girl. She's a very efficient businesswoman. And so she will take good care of you. If I endorse it, it's good as gold. And her name, I'm going to try not to mess up this, the last name, but this is Lions Leads Digital. Lions, it's the LLD, baby, the LLD. It's Lions Lead Digital. All right. I get all these kind of calls. All right. And so her name is Christina. Let me see. Can I get it right? Bull Evett. If I mess it up, Christina, I'm going to just say Christina. So it's Bullette. Okay, Bullette is the last name, but her first name is Christina. All right, businesswoman Christina. That's how I'm gonna say it. Now, you can't see the number there because I wanted to get her posted, but this is the number. All right, so you can actually reach out to her. And if you're looking for your website to be done correctly, you want it done correctly, you can actually reach her at this particular number. It is going to be amazing. Let her know that you saw this on the live credit show, and she's going to take good care of you. I've known her family for a very long time. We're family. And so I'm just so proud of her getting that business together. So this is where you can get your website. You can get your website done there at Lions Leads Digital. All right. And so Christina Bull Evett. I can't say all that, but this Bullette. But that's my baby, Christina. Super proud of you, dear heart. And she will give you websites, need more customers, traffic for your website. So she actually gives you more incentive and insight about how to drive traffic to your website. I need that to move. So that's wonderful. And so it's high quality professional websites. And it's truly above the rest. All right. And so she also creates logos, flyers, business cards, t-shirts, and more. All right. So that's very good. So Vistaprint is not the only one doing big things. So we also create logos, flyers, business cards, t-shirts. I need some t-shirts. and more. All right. So give her a shout out. Her number again is 919-789-1515. All right. And just let her know that you saw it here on the Live Credit Show. Now, if anybody have any questions concerning collection agencies, anything concerning, whenever you're trying to dispute anything, or, make sure that you know the right platform so you can get your correct credit score. She's on the road. She would be okay. Wonderful. And so at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you go to myfico.com. Let me put that again, myfico.com. And you can get all your credit information there. This is the only one that I do really do like, because this is where I do get my particular credit score when it comes down to FICO. All right. So you actually can go to myfico.com, and she's on Facebook too. Okay, wonderful. And she's on Facebook too. So if you need those flyers, you can reach her there, and you all know what to do. You know what to do. All right. So just go and make it do what it do. Look her up. And again, that business is Lions Leads Digital. All right. I like the LLD. Lions Lead Digital. So if you need that website. So I'm getting ready to go. I just wanted to pop on tonight and shout out everybody, because I know a lot of people are looking, to buy a home in 2021. They're, trying to get things together now. If you are planning to buy a home in January, February, if you're looking to buy a home, oh, you're welcome, dear heart. That's her. She's there. Isn't she so beautiful? Give me them eyes. I used to tell her that when she was a little girl. Give me them eyes. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. We're so proud of you, Christina. All right. So listen, you can reach her again at 919-789-1515. That's a catchy last four. I like the last four. 919-789-1515. Again, one more time, y'all. 919-789-1515. All right. And I promise you, this young lady will get your website. You will be so glad. She's so sweet, very professional. All right. And get it done. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. That's for you all. You do too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So at the end of the day, don't forget about myfico.com. You can certainly get your scores there. And also, I wanted to invite you, if you need your hair done, if you need your hair did, whatever you want to say, you know how we do it from old school. I know I need my do done. All right. So if you're trying to find a stable stylist, if you need that stable barber, here am I. All right. And you can give me a shout out at 786-213-1087. It's the same number I have. It's almost just like Taco Bell and KFC. I got credit on one side and cutting hair on the other. All right. So you certainly can get in contact with me. If you are in the Atlanta area, come and see me. I do prefer appointments. I don't really do a lot of walk-ins at all. I have paid my dues with that, cutting hair and all of that good stuff. So if you would call me, I certainly can get you in. If you want a quick haircut, and Caucasian, Black, white, Puerto Rican, Indonesia, I don't care where you're from, India, Spain, Madrid, I can cut your hair. Hair is hair to me, all right? And you have to know the different types of hair. I'm a master stylist, all right? Master. All right. So at the end of the day, it's a beautiful facility. I'm going to be going live. If you have not, followed me on my barber side, just simply go to this, Casacelos Creation, Hair and Barbering, and you can follow me there. All right. So that's going to be really good. And subscribe and like I put some videos and stuff, but we just redid everything. Brand new logo. Super proud of it. Super proud of it. All right. So hold on just a minute. I want to show you 2 new logos that I just did with my business. All of this ties into credit. I would have never been able to do this or get this far. And my sister that's on now, Renee Clark, will tell you, I'd have never been able to accomplish any of this if I wasn't a smart cookie or a person that tried to do better and always wanted better. And I had to make sure that my credit was together. All right. So you can do all of these big things. But hold on real quick. I am so proud of that. Isn't that wonderful? It looks amazing. All right. So at the end of this, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have great credit. So if you're trying to buy a home, and you all know, and if you did not know, with the FHA, it used to be 580, but a lot of lenders are not taking the 580 anymore right now. That's real nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Wright. You know I love you. Wonderful, very supportive. All right. Thank you so much for that compliment. You know, it's wonderful just to have great things. And this is the same thing Christina will be able to do. She does logos, websites, and stuff of that nature. I'm going to have her do some stuff for me so I can post it on the show. All right. But at the end of the day, credit is everything. Don't let anybody talk you out of getting your credit fixed. It is only $300. It's $300 if you're trying to get your credit together. It's a one-time fee of $300, and it will be $175 any additional months. Now, you do have to sacrifice and have discipline. Some people might say, well, that's too much. Well, hey, you're not ready yet. I'm not talking to you. I'm only talking to the people. You know, I ran a lot of specials last year and the year before that, but now it's just my set prices. All right. So it is one time. If you just want to do it for 30 days, it's a flat fee of $300. If you want to do it for 60 days, it's $300 plus the $175. All right. And so it's very reasonable. At the end of the day, this is your future. So you can call me at 786-213-1087. I don't care if you got student loans, inquiries, whether you got late payments. And some of you feel just because it's caught up now that it's still not punishing you. It is. And I will help you. And I want to teach you so you can fix your own stuff and you can keep it going. And then you can help everybody in your family. All right. And so you can get it together. And so for me, I love this industry. I love what I've been able to accomplish with my company, Exceptional Credit Repair. And also, listen, this is Lewis. If you're in Texas, Dallas, Texas, I'm getting ready to go. But if you're in Dallas, Texas, all over Texas, any place in Texas, this young man, I'm telling you, he will take good care of you. He's a real estate broker. His number is 214-783-0535. All right, that's 214-783-0535. He would take good care of you. Now, if you want to sponsor any show, if you would like to come and sit with me. If you want to sponsor any show, you can certainly contact me at 786-213-1087. And you can sponsor the show. You can also, even if you want to just donate to the show to keep this type of information coming, you can the Cash App is on the screen. And it's just the dollar symbol, Casacello. That's my first name. And I hope you will keep on subscribing to my YouTube page. But myfico.com is exactly where you can get the correct credit score. All right. Until next time, we're going to be right back on my regular schedule time frames on Tuesday nights. And so I will be back on next Tuesday with our live credit show, and it's just going to be phenomenal. Until next Tuesday, I'll see you later. Bye. Be blessed.